are doing too many drugs. Listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581.
When you're hungry for tender brisket or some delicious homemade cobbler, then look no further than Lee's Brothers Barbecue. At 11 and 6.
That's like our signature.
Yeah, one of ours is in Fort Worth.
It's been family owned and operated since 1950.
I can't imagine.
Taco Joe Orlinski. Todd and his family have been filling my belly breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a long time. Heck, I even have my own booth. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Come see them for dine-in, carry-out, and all your catering needs.
You're listening to Joco Community Radio.
We could talk about a little bit about that too.
Understand it's not a me thing, no different than my friends. I get what I want, and I want it bad. Girl thing.
All right. Hello, everybody. I am here live at Miss Texas. This is Diana Roberts. I am the local director for Burleson Joshua, and I have with me
Keith Cannon, local director for North Texas and DFW.
And Missy Lyda, I'm a Lone Star Princess parent.
Yes. And how long have you been doing that?
8 years now. This will be Carrington's last year as a princess in the princess program. So been doing this a while.
So is she going to move up, you think? Like, she going to try to still do
it?
She
is. We are going to hit the ground running in August and start competing at the teen level.
Are you excited?
Excited and nervous, but she's thrilled. I mean, she's been mentored by some of the finest candidates in Texas and in Arkansas, because we've done this in Arkansas as well. So
wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, actually, we call her a professional princess because actually 3 states. We've done Arkansas and Texas all 8 years, and then 2 years out of that time we did the Louisiana. So she's been a Lone Star Princess, a Diamond State Princess, and a Fleur de Lis Princess.
Oh.
Well, I know a great local she can compete in on August 28th.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then,
really,
really good one.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have to check that one out. Wink, wink.
And I don't know if I'm too far away, but hey.
Yeah.
Don't try to sell her from me. So, how about you? What do you think so far? Do you have any questions about the Lone Star Princess? Because I know I have you for 35
I do.
minutes.
We've had candidates who have said, how do I recruit Lone Star Princesses? They don't know any young girls, or they don't know friends or anyone who has young girls. And they're thinking, well, how do I go out and find a Lone Star Princess?
And, I think one of the best ways, we actually started out in the program because years ago I was on the board of Miss Texarkana, Twin Rivers. But we have had candidates that have come in and said, I have a little sister, or I don't take dance, I don't do this. I think one of the things is just look for those family friends, because it's a great mentor program for these young women to just be these role models for these young girls, and not only their talent and their beauty that they have, but their intelligence. I mean, that's one of the things that we have learned so much, and Carrington is able to talk to people and be open, and she's learned that, like I said, from some amazing candidates. But I think if you're a dancer, look at your local dance studio. Who are those little ones who look up to you? Maybe in your church, who's some of the little kids in your church, or then maybe depending on your platform, we've seen those candidates that maybe their platform has something to do with special needs, and speak to a special needs class, and there's this one kid that just really captures their heart, go back, talk to that parent, and
Mhm.
invite them to be part of that process as you go to capture the crown. So,
And how do you address, because there's registration fees, right? And there's some
Yes.
expenses involved.
yes, there is.
So how do you address that with the parent when you're talking to them about this program?
I think you have to be very upfront about that, because it is. I mean, you're staying here for 7-8 nights,
Mhm.
hotel, and then you've got a princess fee on top of that. They need a white dress, and then parents are buying tickets to the event. We have also been very fortunate in the fact that we were paired with a candidate who ended up winning, and we turned right around, and within months we went to Miss America's Outstanding Teen
Mhm.
with Allie Grace Graves. One of the things that we did is we had such a short amount of time and knew the expenses were going to be
Right.
quite hefty to go to Orlando and be there and experience that and buy the tickets. We started fundraising, and if you just tell people we are fundraising for this, and this is such an experience that these kids are going to get, and as these candidates pour into these young ladies and young men, because we had a prince or two in the past,
Yeah.
and just encourage them that they can do fundraising and donation pages and stuff like that that can get the kids involved so that they can be here and see this amazing organization. And on top of that, we've had so many kids who come out of the Lone Star Princess program that go into competing. Just like Allie. Allie was a Lone Star Princess. She
Right.
started out that and then ended up being Miss Texas Outstanding Teen. Our current Miss Texas, Mallory Fuller, was a Lone Star
Right.
Princess.
Yes.
So there's so many opportunities for them to grow within this organization and go on to be role models themselves.
I like that. I think for me, one of the things that I tried to put together, and it was kind of thrown together the last minute because my plans had to change on location, not because of me, but things happen. So I
Right.
totally get it. But I planned a tea party, and I posted
Right,
all
yeah.
over social media, bringing these, bring your little princesses, have them dressed in their beautiful princess dress. We're gonna have our Miss Burleson, Miss Joshua, and our Miss Teen, and our Miss Teen Joshua Burleson. We're gonna have them there with us as well. And so that was pretty fun. I mean, I think it would have been better if I had been able to plan it out and map it out better. It would have had a better turnout, because I knew there were a lot of moms blowing up my Facebook
Yeah.
after I posted that asking questions.
That's a great idea.
So,
Well, and we have, when people have looked at us and they've said, wow, every year you have spent a lot of money just to go and stand on stage with these contestants. And I turn the tables really quick. I'm real good about doing that. And I go, but how much do you spend on Summer League baseball
Right.
yeah,
and traveling
True.
with that? Our travel just happens to be across 1 week, and you're traveling all summer, or you send your kid to this camp or that camp. Well, I'm doing the same thing. We're just doing it in a different venue and a different aspect. So it's just what you want to invest your
Right.
children's
Yeah.
time in.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's awesome. So let's talk about, we only have you for a little bit more
Right,
time.
right.
So I really wanted to dig into so how are your girls experiencing everything already this week? Do you have any new girls?
We have one new teen who has never competed before, and then one of our Miss. This is her first time in Texas competing. She
Okay.
competed in Tennessee for a few years. So for two of them, the Texas experience is brand new.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling with everything going so far? I mean, I know we got one more day.
I know, I can't believe it. I
One
can't
more
believe
day.
it.
So with that being said, you guys, if you're listening, remember we have until midnight tonight for you to vote for these girls.
Mhm.
So get on misstexas.org in order to vote for whichever ladies you choose fit. Hopefully Burleson Joshua or DFW
North
Dallas.
Texas.
North
yeah.
Texas.
North Texas
Yeah, North
DFW,
Texas
that's- yeah.
DFW.
I'm good with Texarkana too.
Texarkana works, yes. Yes.
We all have our favorites.
We
and
all
our
have our
buttons,
favorites. We
you
wear our
know.
buttons, yes. So, but do you feel like overall it's been going pretty well? I feel like they've been doing pretty good.
I feel like it's been going really well this week. We keep hearing people who have experienced other state competitions about how Texas is so well run. It's so organized and so fun and so empowering and so impactful in so many ways this week that every one of these candidates walks away whether they have the crown or not, they walk away with so much that they can apply to their lives.
Yes,
So it's an amazing experience all the way around.
I love it.
And to piggyback on that, we, like I said, we compete, or we've been a princess in 2 states, and living in Texarkana, we actually have the option of competing either on the Arkansas side or the Texas side.
Oh.
And I can tell you, and if my daughter was here, she would tell you, she says that when she walks in this door back here and she walks into the Miss Texas Pageant Central, she said, it's like an exhale of being home.
Yeah.
She says, I just kind of exhale and go, I'm home. So having that option and not knowing which side of the line, that to me says that Texas is putting on a really great pageant and competition.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. And if you can come out to the Eisman Center, where it's right across the street from the Renaissance in Richardson, and the Eisman Center is beautiful.
Not a bad seat in the house.
Not a bad seat in
No.
the house. I mean, you can see from any seat, really. I mean, unless you're short like me. I keep doing this.
But if you're tall
No,
like
I'm just
me,
kidding.
there's
You're tall, yeah, no.
plenty of leg room.
Yes,
There is
That's true.
plenty
Yeah.
of leg room
Yeah.
in every seat.
that
So
is true.
Yeah.
and that says a lot for a girl like me.
Yes, yes. I know. I love those long legs. I wish I had those long legs, girl.
Thank you.
Girl, your daughter's got them
She does.
Yes.
She does already.
already. I bet she's gonna sprout up too. You think?
Yes, she is. She's already. In fact, she stood next to Allie last night and took a picture. Who had been her queen, and she was her princess. And she's about 2-3 inches taller than
Oh my
Allie now.
goodness.
So,
Oh.
and we have this picture, and there's about this height difference. So, and Allie looked at her and said, "I don't like this. I don't like this one bit."
She's growing up.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
growing up. She's growing
Oh.
up.
I love it. I love it. So, so some of the girls you've already probably seen from last year, right? You have a couple that were here last year.
Right.
So how have you experienced the growth in that?
It's amazing what a year can do, but it depends on how invested you are in these title holders and how much growth they want to get out of this experience. And we've got 4 very motivated title holders who are like, gimme, what else can I do? What else can I do? So the growth just from our last local to this week is just amazing to watch. We go back and look at pictures and videos and things like that, and we say, look at how far you've come in the way that you present yourself, the way that you can conduct an interview, your talent, all of those things. It's just so meaningful to be a part of that.
Yes.
To walk away and say, wow, we're making a difference.
Yes. I know I kind of teared up with a couple of them that I saw last year that are this year like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Like, look at your confidence
Yeah.
in you. Like this confidence that they have now and just getting up there and doing their talent is just so different.
Yeah.
It's better. Not that it was bad before, but it's just it's that growth.
They
It is
take all that coaching and all that feedback and they apply it.
Yes.
Then you watch them the next year compete. You're like, wow.
I think the first time around anyway, like I mean, I'm sure like it was the first time I ever got on stage to sing. Like it was a little nerve wracking. I didn't know
Oh yeah.
if I could, like my voice was cracking and I was like, oh no, but it's that nerves, it's that jitters. Same thing I think up there with the
Mhm,
girls. I'm pretty sure. I haven't experienced it myself, but
Well, as someone who has coached and done different things in that aspect, one of the things I like to say is the only way you get to this level is to come to this level.
Right.
So you can't sit back and say, I'm going to wait until I'm ready. And, that's what people have asked. Oh, is Carrington going to take a year off and prepare for this? No, we're hitting the ground running.
Yeah,
So you only get to this level by coming and being a part of it and going, wow, I like what she did. And I'm going to take that. I'm going to learn from that. And they learn from each other too.
oh yeah. Oh, and they're so good to each other too.
Yes. Very
I think
supportive.
I love that. I love the way the girls have just built these amazing friendships
Mhm.
and they still connect after. So I think that's pretty cool.
And the LSP title holder relationship is so powerful. One of our title holders, her social impact is kindness is key. And one of her Lone Star princesses has told her the story of, I was in the park playing and I saw this girl over there and nobody was playing with her. She wasn't being included. And I remembered what Alexia always says is kindness is key.
Yeah.
And so she went and befriended her and then told Alexia about it. And so you get to hear these stories about how their impacts really do make an impact. It's called an impact for a reason. And it
Right.
really does happen.
Yes, I think that's one of my favorite parts about it too. So I'm curious to see what yours is going to be. for her.
She's been working
already
on
been
it.
working on it?
Yeah, she has. I'm excited. So I have a question though for
Yes,
both of
absolutely.
you.
Yes, please.
How of someone who's getting ready to compete, how do you pick the right organization to go with? Because sometimes personalities don't match
Mhm.
up, and how do you know what's right for your kid? How does a title holder, as they get older, know what's going to be a good fit to help them grow?
Mhm.
That is a
I
really
think the
good
best thing you
question.
can do is set up a meeting with that potential director, whether it's on the phone or Zoom or coffee or dinner, and ask those questions, because all the directors, we're all different,
Yeah,
right?
we are.
Right.
We do things differently, and I know our organization, we always say we'll put in whatever you're putting in.
Yeah.
And like I said, we've got 4 very driven title holders, so we've worked really hard
Worked
this year,
really
'cause they're
hard.
all like, give me more. So I think you just need to ask those questions about, what kind of practice do you do? What kind of preparation? What kind of training? Get to know those personality styles. Are you the, under my thumb type, or are you the hands off type? You need to ask those questions and get to know, and
And we've seen
you can
lots
make
of
the
that.
right choice.
Yeah, we've seen
Yeah.
lots of that, and so that's. What about you?
I just want to, for me, I think that's a great answer. Honestly, I would love to be interviewed for the
Mhm.
position. Really, I mean,
Mhm.
it's like a job, just like these girls are interviewing for the job. I want to
Right.
interview to be their director. So I think that that's a phenomenal way of putting it too,
Yeah.
because and it's like what he said. If the girls are putting more into it, I'm going to help put more into it.
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely.
I want to motivate them. My key is I would like to motivate these girls and keep them positive, have a positive outlook on everything, because that's what I do. I mean, one of my shows is called Positivity Toolbox because I want to promote that out to the world. That would basically be my
Yeah.
social impact.
Well, and you're right, keeping them positive. I mean, it's a long week. These
It is.
kids
It
get
is.
here, and
It
they're
is.
all kids. I don't care if they're young women. To me, they're all kids because I've watched some of them grow up. But they get here on Saturday, or some of them even Friday afternoon, and they don't leave until the next Sunday. And we're not talking that's very next day. We're talking a whole week from Sunday.
Yes.
And it's just long, and the practices and everything, and keeping that motivation
Mhm.
up. And you want somebody who's going to do that for your kid.
Yes. And being sensitive, I think too, to their sensitivity. Like, how sensitive are they? Like, how do I need to approach this young lady?
And what motivates
And
them.
what
Right,
motivates
right.
them. I think that that's going to be key in being a really awesome director too. Again, this is my first year, so I'm really excited for this upcoming year
Yeah.
because I feel like I'm really going to be able to go in from the very beginning and really, make a difference.
Right.
I'm really hoping to make a difference in our
We've
area.
had title holders interview us.
I love
Say,
that.
well, do you do this, and how do you feel about this? And I think that's a great idea, because you want it to be a good fit. You
Absolutely.
don't want to be in a 9-month relationship where you're miserable. And so I
Yes,
think
that's-
interviewing, why
And
not? Because
jumping
like you
from
said, we're applying for a
competition.
job.
Yes, and jumping from competition to competition
Mhm.
just because, I understand they want the title
Right.
too.
Right.
So, and they are competing against other young ladies in
But
the
that direct
competition, but
relationship
still,
is so important.
that is so
It
important.
is.
I agree. We hopefully we've got good judges.
I
I want good judges. Hello, I'm gonna teach you how to be a good judge. This is what I want. Okay.
It is. It's difficult.
It is.
Just finding, and especially with somebody who's going to have a new person coming in, you don't want them to lose the spirit that they have
Oh,
for
yeah.
it, and again, knowing what motivates them.
Mhm.
Yes, absolutely. I do. I feel like that's a lot of it because there is personality clashes that happens all the time, but there's really, you can connect to anybody if you really want to. There's going to be a connection there somewhere. It's just finding it.
Right.
But then again, you do have some that are a little bit more overpowering, and maybe that young lady doesn't handle that well, maybe because of upbringing or whatever. So I feel like that's, I feel like that would definitely be a reason not to let that fit.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe they need somebody that's a little bit more soft spoken, okay, this is how we need to handle this.
Mhm.
And that's the great thing of all these organizations, of having a board as well, or having people work with your title holders is, I know for us, our directors are fabulous. And at the same time, our teen has been a student of mine for 5 years. And I'm not even on our board, but the directors are wise in having been around the organization long enough. They know, okay, she really connects to Missy because they've had a 5-year student teacher relationship. And I've coached her on the stage, and I've coached her in and directed her in theatrical productions. So when we talk about talent, you know, okay, I'm going to talk to you about it. Let me give you this. And so she knows that I know what motivates her and guiding her in that aspect.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
I think that's really important.
yes.
You know, some girls, they need something stronger. They need like you to be like, this is how you need to do this. And that's what they like, you know. I know I have one, and I'm kind of soft spoken. And I'm very passive, but at the same time, you know, I know that she needs a little bit more from me. So I'm doing better.
Well, yeah, and I'm smart enough too to know my own child that I'm
Yes.
going to go, hey, you need to tell her this, this, and this. And
Yes,
if she
yes.
hears it from
Yeah.
somebody else, even though I may have said it 15,000 times, you know, she still, and she listens to me. I know she does else. So I have learned and been smart enough, and I'll go, hey, could you tell her this, this, and this? And they go and tell her, and she goes,
I
yeah,
love that.
my mom said that. And
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, okay, well, it's resonating. you
Yeah.
know?
Yes.
And the reverse happens. The parents are so important in this
Yes.
whole relationship because the parents can give you insight on, you know, how do I approach her about
Mhm.
this, you know, because you do address some pretty sensitive topics
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yes,
and you don't
exactly.
know the title holder well enough to know how is she going to take this feedback that I need to give her. So you can go to the parents and say, here's the thing.
Right.
Now, how do we address it?
Right.
Yeah.
No, I like that. I like that. I
And
think that's
knowing
very sweet
how
as well.
how your child's going to react. I mean, speaking from experience, my child has grown up with her father's a coach. I'm a director. I've been a coach. Her grandfather was a coach. My mother is a college professor. So there's pretty strong personalities
Right,
that
yeah.
have guided her. So when she's looking at you, she's going, she's not being blank. She's being respectful. Like, okay. And it's all going in, and those wheels are turning. So, and knowing, you know, me being able to tell a director, she is taking every ounce of what you're saying. Don't let that blank look fool you. You know?
Yeah.
She's just really listening. She's
Yeah.
focusing, zoning in. I
But
love
she's
it.
also one that, you know, she could probably be even what I call barked at a little, you know, and she would be, yes, yes. And it would, you know, where others might go,
Yes. Yeah.
break down.
Yeah. I've seen
Because she has grown up with very direct and
firm.
firm
That's the word I was looking for earlier.
and very very strong personalities, and she's a strong personality herself.
I love it. and that again, that goes back to just knowing and getting to understand what their needs are. Because
Right.
again, I mean, I feel like you might feel this way too. It's not about us, it's about them.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
And it's about what we can do for them. We're just here to kind of direct them, guide them in the right direction. And so we need to do that
Yeah.
to them too. Because if
Yeah.
we're showing them respect, they're going to show us
Yeah.
respect.
One of the first questions we always ask is, what is your goal?
Yeah.
Because we always assume it's to win the crown, but that's not the
It's
case for
not.
some. You know, somebody a first timer, brand new, they may realize, you know, probably not going to get the crown this year because I've never done this before. I don't know what I'm doing. It happens, as we saw
happens.
with Kat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes,
Yes,
and,
it
and we've
does.
seen
Right.
that before.
Yeah,
even, so-
but it's important to ask,
Yes.
what is your goal? Is it to make top 12 or to make top 5? Or sometimes they say, I just want to get better at speaking in front of an audience. I want to get over my stage fright and my nerves. And you got to find out what those goals are, and then you know how to work together at the same level.
right.
And some may not even know. They
They
all
not. They may
want-
just want the experience,
Yes.
and then they can figure out what is my goal going to be moving forward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or if they even want to do it another year.
And I can tell you, we have had candidates come in. They've won the title, and they're coming here.
Oh.
Because they've won this local title that's always been publicized in their city, and they don't realize they're in a prelim for Miss Texas or Miss Texas Outstanding Team.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's that. That
Then
the
I
director
gotta go
needs to
do
make
what
sure
now?
that happens.
Like we had a contestant that
Oh.
she knew that it was an option No, sweetheart. It is not an option. You're going, you know.
Yeah.
Check a box. Would you like to compete at national? Yes or no?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
That's not
option.
enough. Yeah,
you
that's
are
not a-
going.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she didn't realize that
Oh goodness.
because we've all done it.
Yeah.
That they know that.
Yeah.
But especially, I think that's where getting into the local titles named after cities that you're getting some of those candidates that don't realize, oh, well, I'm going to be Miss Blank, you know, and they're going to do stuff in their city and they're going to do this and that. And then they realize, wait a minute, I'm going to Miss Texas? What? And that we have seen that too at the college level,
Oh wow.
you know, because they're doing a college
Yeah.
pageant
Yeah.
and not realizing, oh, this is a prelim for Miss Texas.
Yeah.
So,
And not
that's
realizing
good
it's a
point. I'll
job.
make sure they make sure.
And it
Yeah,
is a job.
It's not just a crown and a sash
Yes.
and appearance. It's a job. You have
Yes.
job duties.
Yes.
well, and I explained that to a dad at visitation the other night. He goes, this is their first time being here. And he did not realize about being sequestered so much because
Yeah.
they do sequester the Miss candidates and we only get to see them for a limited amount of time
Very little.
and very
You know.
little.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
just like, I just want to hug you again. Are you
Yes.
kidding? Okay.
And he said, well, why did they do that? What's the purpose? And I said, because they're preparing them.
Mhm.
Because if that crown ends up on their head, they now have a business manager and a chaperone,
Mhm.
and it is not mom and dad.
Nope.
Nope.
It is they are going to do a job.
Mhm.
And you're deferring college or you're deferring law school or you're deferring med school or whatever it is that you're going to wait a year because you're going to spend your whole year of service to Texas.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
So
Yes.
and they need to know that.
Oh, absolutely.
I think sometimes they come in and go, I'm going to do what?
So yes, one of the questions that I've already been telling girls is you have to be able to commit for a whole week from June 19th because it typically stays the same. It's June 19th through the 25th, actually 26th, really. And you have to commit to that and being there. You know, this is Miss Texas weekend. If you do this,
Yep.
this is where you're headed.
Yep.
So, okay, so I'm doing good then. I need to keep
Yes.
that up.
Yeah.
Yes, you're
Doing
doing
good,
great.
doing
You're
good.
doing
Okay.
great. Then tell them when the crown hits their head. Oh, and by the way, now you're going to commit the next year. It's not just this week. Maybe it's, joke's on you.
Yeah.
It's a whole year.
We're running a little bit out of time. Is there anything else you want to, kind of throw out there? 'Cause know
I
you have to
just
leave.
want to say if anyone still has the perception that this is a beauty pageant world, come to a competition,
Yeah.
volunteer with a local organization,
Absolutely.
get to know behind the scenes, and you'll understand this is so much more. It's not even that anymore. This is a scholarship organization. We're trying to prepare these women for the world and to give them as much assistance as we can, not only financially, but career-wise, developmentally, all of that. So
Yeah, because they get interviewed by college,
yeah,
like from a college.
Yeah.
Like they have that
Yeah.
college interview while they're here at Miss Texas.
that's right.
That's huge. That's preparing them and getting them ready.
You can
for
walk away
real
with
life.
a lot of scholarship dollars at the
Yes.
end of this week, whether
Yeah.
you win a title here at state or not.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And just life experiences. Oh, we're going to break. We will see you guys in just a little bit. Stay tuned.
At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it. We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logoed designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at romikadesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and would be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@romikadesigns.com, or visit us on the web at romikadesigns.com.
Hey, there's something you forgot to do. It sure is hot. Are you sweating like a dog? Wait, what? Dogs don't sweat? Oh no, you forgot to get your window tinted. Whether it's the kitchen window that sits in the sun for the hottest part of the day, or you just got new wheels, call Sharp Window Tinting in Burleson. 817-615-9379, or look them up on the web, sharpwindowtint.com.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395, 800-709-4395, 800-709-4395, 800-709-4395.
You're listening to Joco Community Radio.
It's a girl thing. Try to understand. It's not a me thing. No different than my friends. I get what I want.
It's okay. Pull your hair around to the front. Make sure you can be seeing that video. Okay. Hello. Joco Community Radio is proud to be Texas and is live 365 on the TuneIn Radio Network. To listen or watch, simply go to tuneinjoco.com to choose where and how. The Joco app is now available for free on Android devices. Simply search for store. Your and more on jococommunityradio.com. More brought to you by Patriot Claims, making insurance work. Reach out to your Texas at 844-839-4245. All right. We have a special guest with us. Are you going to introduce yourself?
I'm Carrington Lotto.
Oh, and who's your mom? This lady right here?
Yeah.
What? We got to get her on here. She just got done with practice. What were you practicing?
Well, we were practicing our special dance that we've been doing for the past, days. It's every prelim. And we have a little surprise on the team.
Ooh.
And I don't know about the miss. I might have not known yet. But I think we will have some, it's like special.
Yes.
And so it's like really fun. We've been practicing it.
Awesome. Well, we were talking about you a little bit earlier because you're about to actually start transitioning into a Miss Teen.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you excited?
I am very excited. I'm a little nervous, but the nervousness makes me more excited. So I just say I'm just really, really excited.
Yeah.
So it's like additional.
It's a good anxiety, not a bad one.
Yeah.
Okay. I love it. And so Mom was telling us that you've been doing this for 8 years. Is that right?
8 years, ever since I was 4.
And how has this experience being a Lone Star so you started as a Lone Star Princess, then you went to a Star Princess. Is that how it works, right?
I think that's just a new title that
okay.
she has always
Been a Lone Star Princess.
been a Lone Star Princess.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, they changed that now. It's a Star Princess. So you'd be a Star Princess now.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So are you asking how it has taught me?
Yeah. What has it done for you as a young lady?
Well, it has taught me to be very, very kind. A lot of the contestants are very, very kind. They are, additionally, their roles as a little girl, a 4-year-old, I was very intrigued by it was like amazing, and all the contestants, and especially my queen, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, and it was and I'm still that way today, but I'm just more calm, and I'm just
Collective.
Yes, but it's giving me excitement. It's giving me a lot of opportunities. And especially with my mom, doing all that stuff, she's taught me to be like very kind and stuff to people.
Yeah.
And she's always teaching me this. In the elevator, she's like, be nice, stand tall, don't mess up your hair.
Good job, Mama.
Don't
Good job.
She's like, don't mess up your hair. Don't touch it. And that's like
Okay, y'all are getting the behind the scenes. Sorry.
Behind the scenes. I love it. This is perfect.
And that's like 50%, but the other 50% is all the nice people here. All the directors are so kind, and you don't even the people who did not get Miss Texas, they're very supportive of the person who did win. So that's been taught to me to not, how do I say this?
Stress about it?
Yeah,
Maybe so much. Okay.
Don't stress about it. Just row calmly. Be good in your position, and don't be rude. And also did win, and the people who did not win, they're just so kind to each other. It's not competitiveness.
Yeah.
And
It's friendships.
Also, I'm here to win, but I'm also here to make friends as we go. So, as I went, I've had so many friends in the past, and some right now I've made new friends just the past week. And, the contestants are nice. The teen ones are like saying, "Oh my gosh, are you a teen already?" I'm like, not yet. And so we're saying,
They're so ready for
yes.
you.
So
They're like, we're ready.
one of them said, "I'm so ready for you to be a contestant so we can be on that stage together." And I was like, yay.
That just made your heart melt, right?
Yes,
It's like, oh, I'm so glad you're ready for me because I'm getting ready.
Yes. I was like, my queen, she went into interview and I was just so nervous. I was like, what are the questions going to be? And I was like, it's not me, he's doing it. I don't know why I'm stressing out. But
Because you know it's coming.
I know it was coming. I'm like, I'm so ready. And every single question that's been on stage questions, I'm like trying to think of how I would word it
That's
for the
good.
future. And I'm like, how would I word this? What good words?
She's come to Diana.
What mature words would I use instead of like 4-year-old words? And it's just like I'm really excited to go in that, but I'm also gonna miss a lot of the dance teachers, and even in Miss Arkansas, I was a princess too. I'm gonna miss all those people too, and all the teachers and people. They were so nice. They're so kind. They're always making up fun dances for us to do. They're making us, wear boots. We've never worn boots with our white dress, and it's like,
Yeah, that's pretty
we're
cool.
just like, we're wearing something more comfortable than just high heels and dresses.
Yes.
And, sometimes they might give us, little blisters, but, that happens with heels even more. So it's just like, they're like really excited, and we're just like, boots? It's never happened.
Yeah, I understand. I will tell you, have you seen those little gel sticker things
Yes.
that you can?
Yes.
I love those.
Yes.
Yes, they come in handy. Yes, just so you know, future reference, if you don't already. So what would you say is going to be your goal when you go in to be a Miss Teen?
Well, my goal is I'm going to try to do my best. I'm going to try to answer every question in a mature way, and not just, if I did mess up, I'm going to try to fix it, and I'm going to try to get a beautiful gown to walk in with my future princesses, who I don't know yet, because I'm not a contestant yet either.
We'll get there. I think you're going to have some princesses.
And I want, every girl wants to win, but I'm trying to, as just a young contestant, as right now, I'm only 12, and as a 13-year-old in like October, it's going to be difficult for me because new things are happening. I'm entering middle school into that age, and
Yes.
there's a lot of new things happening that we've never thought that would happen. As an elementary kid, it's like that's never happened in our school. How could that happen, or something like that? So I want to get prepared for the new things. Like I want to know what my platform is. I want to know the things that are happening to little kids, big kids, people, and just what's going through their mind and stuff. As a regular person would, they want to know what's, going around. They want to know, and they want to know what their platform is. And I want to get to that point where I know where my platform is.
Yes.
And some people know what their platform is, but sometimes they're just confused. And at that point right now, I'm trying to think of one, and I'm very confused in that way. As a princess who's never been a teen, I'm trying to find that.
I'm sure you will. Being out in the world, once you probably get to middle school, you're going to probably see, like you said, you're going to see a lot of differences. Elementary from middle school, that's a pretty big transition.
Yes.
Age-wise, just being 13, a young lady, you're changing. Your mind's changing. Some of the likes and the dislikes are starting to change,
Yes.
even in food and things that you like
Yes,
to participate in.
Food.
Look at
Food.
That's
You're-
making me hungry.
I know. I'm going to
If
eat after
y'all
this.
think that these queens and these princesses don't eat, you are so wrong.
Eating is one of the most important meals. This is one of the most important times of the day. That is when I'm set in my place and about to take a nap, and then I have to do my makeup.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm so ready for food right now. It's like, what am I going to eat today?
Yes, I understand that. I've been like that too. I keep eating here.
There you go.
So how is this? What are you taking from this last experience of being a princess? What are you going to take with you when you leave? and you go to the next chapter?
Lots of facials, as the dance instructor, Miss Ann, would say. She was like, sassiness facials. And I'm like, I'm going to take those facials with me. I know it's like a very wide question answer, but it's also, you have to have a facial to present yourself in front of everyone, and you have to, I don't know.
I would say
really bad
confidence.
sense.
Confidence, and if you have confidence, it's going to show in your face. It's
Yes.
going to show in your demeanor. It's going to show in your stance. It's going to show in all of that. So I think where you're going with that is confidence.
Yes, that was
Okay.
the word. See,
I got
mature
you. I
words,
got you.
mature words.
Yes.
Mature words.
You will get there. Now, have you already? I know you were talking about, the interview questions. Are you already kind of watching the news? Are you keeping up to date with what's going on in the world too, and
Yes.
listening in on that so that you're aware?
I'm trying to, and as social media, I have social media, like I have Snapchat and TikTok and sources, and also Instagram, but I don't have that yet because, Mom wants me to stay a teen, and I don't want to have Instagram yet either. But, a lot of things go around.
Yes.
So I that point of view, but on the other point of view, I also hear it like on the radio, or as my grandmother is watching TV, I hear it, I'm like, whoa. This is,
what?
A lot of times our commute to school,
Yeah.
and she could probably tell you, one of the things we do in our commute to school sometimes is we've got the radio going and we're hearing the morning news, but then we also used to just you want to tell her what we do sometimes on the way to school about practicing questions, and I'll ask her a question, and she'll say, okay, let me think about that.
yes, we do that on the way home, on the way to dinner. That is one way we were practicing. As my mom, as she still is, she's been in pageants, so she's like a coach to people.
Yes.
And I call her, she's a mom to me, but she's also mom slash coach slash dance teacher slash a lot of these things in just one
Yes,
little
go
person. And so
She
She's
called me
well-rounded.
little. She called me little.
You're totally little.
I'm
Yes.
so happy. Thank you, baby. Thank you, darling.
but I'm she'll ask me stuff about what's going on in the news, what is how would you what would you do if somebody came in, or what would you do in schools, how would you present yourself in schools, and I try to answer those questions, but I'm also good words.
Yeah. Those are good ones.
How to make a sentence. What words would go into a sentence that is very interviewee?
Yes.
Interviewee.
Interviewee.
New word.
I
New
like that
word.
word. Hey, I make up new words all the time. It's okay.
I make new words every day.
Yes.
It's
And then it
like,
sticks sometimes.
There you go.
when I'm feeling, excited, and I just had a sugar rush, and that's, every day when I wake up or something, I'm just like, what's the new word today? And, I make up words, and then I use it for the whole day. I still use this word, and I know this is a word in the media, slay.
Yeah. See, I'm still trying to get used to that one.
I know
trying to get used to that one.
See, that's where I come in as a little girl. I'm still using slay. Teenagers use that, but I don't use that in an interview or something. That's just my word of the day, every day.
Right.
Yeah.
I got you.
And she loves
Yes.
it when I use it.
So
We're gonna slay, and she goes, no, mom.
So I can't say it either. We're gonna slay today. I feel like we're slaying. We're gonna sled. I feel like I'm about to get on a sled and go down a mountain with snow. No, I like it. I think that the youth today, a lot of these awesome words that they come up with, it's pretty entertaining. It's really good. So about entertaining, that brings me to my next question.
Yes.
What would your talent be?
Dancing. Dancing is life for me.
Oh,
I
okay.
love dancing,
What kind of
and
dancing?
musical theater. It makes me feel very. I'm an overdramatic person, and Mom can even tell you that
I can tell you right now. We've been talking.
Yeah.
for a minute.
I am a very overdramatic person, and I love drama. Right now, I'm trying to get into the one-act play,
Yeah.
and my mom's a theater teacher, where it obviously comes from her.
Aw.
Yeah, and
Like
that's
mother, like daughter.
yes. She's more overdramatic than me sometimes.
Oh, wow.
She just laid that. That's so that
Slay.
was perfect. Pun intended.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
I just lost that whole.
Your talent.
Yes,
Because you're all about drama and
musical theater. That's
musical
the word.
theater. Yes.
I like to show my personality through that. I have great face. Oh, I wouldn't say like great. I don't. That sounded all braggy, but I usually have facials that are just like, how'd you do that? It's very, or something like that. And
She's got great acting skills.
yes,
Yes.
She does. I can say that she does have great facials, and that's one of the things that sells her performance on stage, and that's coming from other people saying that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I could brag on her all day, but that's one of the compliments she gets quite often is that your face just made it so much fun to watch, you know. So that's what she does, some really fun musical theater numbers. And
the one I really liked this year was Call Me Back, and it was about a woman who was, you know, franticing over a boy and how she just met him, but she's in love, but she's trying to call her friend to tell him, and there's voicemails, but she's not answering, and it's just like, come on, hurry, and she's having a panic or a breakdown, and so I got to do like stuff, and I got to roll my eyes, and then I got to freak out, then I got to calm down, and then I was like back up again, and it was like it was all over the place, but at the same time it was over dramatic.
You did the roller coaster.
Yes.
That's what we call the women roller coaster.
Yes, it is. It is.
We up and then we're down. We're up and then we're down.
Yes.
Oh, it looks like we are. I don't know what happened. Are we done with the show? Okay, it's okay. We're still gonna go because I think we still have time. What time is it? Yeah, we still got time. So don't mind that. It kind of took me for a loop. Sorry, I can't see the clock. But so with your talent being dance and then but it's theater dance. So you're gonna have like a costume. Do you kind of already have some ideas of some of the roles that you'd want to play?
Like the
With
roles I would
dancing
do.
and-
Oh,
Yeah, with the dance and the theater.
well, my mom would help me on that
Yeah.
usually because then she gives the ideas of, we could do your hair like this, or I can rhinestone that. You find ideas like this year I had a swimsuit as my thing. It was like a 20s swimsuit. My mom rhinestoned it all.
Those
And
are so
she got-
cute too.
She got to do my hair, which was hard to take down. I'm still shocked it's alive. But
We had the pin curls
Oh, yeah.
with very kind of old 40s pinup look, you know, like a calendar girl in a very vintage swimsuit, but we took it in rhinestone. In fact, after we got it all done, she looked at me and she goes, could you buy another one of these? Because I might want to wear this summer at the pool. And I was like, yeah. She goes, and I don't want to wear it with rhinestones on
Right.
it.
yes,
Yeah,
I
no.
don't want to blind people while I'm coming out of the pool.
Yes. Although that would be really pretty.
Yeah.
That'd be super pretty. It'd be a great photo shoot moment, maybe.
Right. Yes.
Maybe
yes.
some like colorful, like darker colored though, so that it doesn't. Because if it was gonna be like clear crystal, I guarantee you the sun would probably blind somebody.
Yes.
Probably blind yourself.
Yeah.
It's like I was in a light like one day and I was in the sun and my friend went, oh my gosh. And I said, what happened? And she said, your rhinestones literally blinded me. And I said, I am so sorry, blame that on my mom. She did it.
She made me wear it now.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
we
but-
think,
well,
we
that's
think if
exciting.
we bling it, you know, if it stands still long enough at our house, E6000 and a set of rhinestones, it's going to end up on it. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I know.
So-
I've been wanting to bling out my little scooter. While
Oh,
I'm doing it the whole time.
yes.
I'm like, okay, who's got some bling?
Yeah, always.
I like in my old house and my new, like the house that we were in right now. I walked in and I saw a piece of glitter and I was like, serious? I just got rid of these the other day. And then I saw another one on my bed. And I was like, okay, we got to get this all cleaned off. And then I saw another one, and I was like, okay, my room is just sparkly today.
there's
It's gonna shine.
there's always glitter at the
Yeah.
Lotta Girl house.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, you gotta have glitter, especially if you're like a princess and then about to be a teen.
Yes, my dress is very all right here, and the back is all sparkly. Then it has like a solid white. And we were gonna think about rhinestoning it more, but then my mom was like, you know what, I'm really tired.
That's
So-
all I can do.
We're done.
That's
We're
it
done.
for today.
Yes.
Well, I can't wait to actually really see you because I'm really going to look for you today.
Well-
Because tonight we have our prelims 3.
Yes.
So I can't wait. So this is going to be the night where you do the dance. the-
Yes, we've been doing.
special for the
Oh
team?
no,
No,
this is
it's tomorrow.
Team
Saturday.
five.
Oh,
Team
Saturday
Team
at the
finals,
team finals.
and Miss Finals.
Okay, that's right. Sorry.
Maybe I don't.
You dance tonight, but not the surprise.
Not the
right?
surprise. Okay.
Okay.
The team finals, we are gonna have a surprise, and we might do a surprise with the dance. And at Miss, we'll probably do something at the dance too. But I'm still iffy about that. Like she was like, okay, we're gonna do it on this night and stuff. And I was like, which competition?
Yes.
Which is it, teen or Miss? I was a little confused. But if you know that really big star,
Yeah.
in that corner in the back, like right there, there's 2 people. I'm straight.
She's
smack
right
dab-
under the center
Okay.
of the star. She's
Okay,
right
I'll
in the
be
middle
looking for
back.
you.
Yes.
I am going to be looking for you tonight
Yes.
so I can watch you do your dance. And I'm going to be excited to see you.
I don't have a
There's
lot
so
of.
many princesses. It's hard to keep up with that.
There's a lot
Yes.
of princesses, and like they're quiet, but then when they get like really rowdy, I'm like, I can't hear the pageant. But at the same time, I was like, yeah, they're at a young age. I did that. And I can recall doing that. I remember doing that, and people yelling at me for being They said, "Be quiet," and I was like, "No."
Yeah.
I'm a young girl. I don't want to do
And that is something too for those who are parents who might be interested in putting their a kid in the Lone Star Princess program, is that the prince and princesses get to watch the pageant backstage in a whole separate theater with a big screen TV. So they get to watch the pageant, and parents actually get to watch it live and in the auditorium without your little one beside you, as if you've got the little one. So they that is a really good thing there. They get to stay backstage and watch it and enjoy it all together without, sitting beside mom going, "Can I have a drink? Can I go to the bathroom? Can I do this?"
I still
It's-
annoy my mom too through the phone, like, "Mom, give me something. I'm hungry." And she just she texts me back, "No." And then one time she turned off her phone, and I said, "I've been texting you this whole time. I needed you." And she's like, "I turned off my phone. I wanted to watch." And I was like, "Well, I was watching too, but I wanted something to eat." But it was, it's exciting. It's like exciting without your parents too, because you don't have, it's fun with your parents, but you also get to sit with your friends, and there's like a whole little auditorium in the back.
Yeah.
So you get to pick wherever you want, but not on the sides though, because they don't want people going right there. But there's like a
I
whole
want to
big
keep
thing.
you in line so we can
Yes.
see you.
Yes.
We got to be able to see you. What are you doing?
Yes, and they don't even sometimes. They're so responsible with their kids. They don't even like them going up to the very top sometimes because they can hide underneath there. But like me, I can sometimes go back there, like the older people, just because I'm plugging up my phone and I put them back there. And then sometimes like I sit 2 rows behind that, or just right in that row where they can see us.
That's awesome.
But it's like they just don't want them going behind there. Sometimes they're behind there if like the older kids are up there too, because sometimes they trust us and sometimes they don't.
Right. It
But-
depends on who's probably in there watching you that day.
Yeah.
Okay. I figured.
But it's a really fun organization. Yeah, I love being a princess. I'm gonna miss being a princess. And you get to wear like a little crown, like a little separate crown for you. You don't have to, and you get your own sash and everything.
Yes.
That is one thing. It's like you're a queen for yourself.
Yes.
Everyone looks like a little miniature queen, and it's like it's just so cute for me. Like,
Mhm.
and I like wearing the crown too. It's hard to pin in though.
Yes. You have to have extra pins on backup.
Yes, always. Yeah.
That's always a good thing to have.
That is.
I lost some bobby pins, and they were the only bobby pins, and I was like, oh no, how am I gonna pin up my hair? But my mom makes my hair so poofy that you just stick it in there, it stays.
Yes. I like it. She does a good job then.
Yes.
So I do have a suggestion,
Yes.
possibly, for you. So you were saying that you wanted to start, maybe speaking a little bit more going into that 13-year-old stage, right? Well, you're going to be able to be have an intellectual kind of more vocabulary when speaking in the interview, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I would highly suggest watching business podcasts. It's going to be boring. But if you're listening to business podcasts, you're listening to what they're saying and you're grasping it, you're understanding it, hopefully. And if you're not, you can ask questions and figure that out, write it down, say, oh, I did not know what that word was. Because that's a lot of and reading too. Reading
Right.
is also very, very good for that too. One person that I knew read the whole dictionary. I was like, I don't know how you did that.
Yeah, no.
I don't think I could do that. But we do have, a lot, technology wise, we have a lot available to us. And I think listening to business podcasts and just being able to hear that, I know I'm a music person and I'm sure you are too, being
Yes.
like, I love dancing and same.
Road
And
trips.
say yes. But I'm telling you, if you start getting into some podcasts too,
Yes, ma'am.
even some comical ones, they do have some comical ones
Right.
that can keep you entertained
Yes.
too. Or like women with power, like women of power. They have a lot of those are empowering women podcasts, and that would be something really to get you.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
know?
I think I knew.
Yes.
I think I knew the moment that we were ready to kind of go over that transitional bridge there when we were at Miss Arkansas, and I knew she was watching from backstage, and I get a text, "Hey, Mom, did you hear that answer? It was so awesome." And she said, "I love that answer," and I went, "She's paying attention. We're ready to go."
Yes, and that's good.
We're ready to go over
I was
that bridge.
watching the teens yesterday, and I'm ready to go on my teen. I was also going with Miss too,
Yeah.
so I got to hear all the answers.
Did you hear Shayna,
Yes,
my Miss
yes.
Burleson?
Yes.
She did so good.
Yes,
She's a very powerful speaker. She's going to do her power speech today. So
Mhm.
that would be a really good one to zone in on as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. She does excellent.
Yes. Yeah.
Excellent. It's where she's talking to her younger self.
I love it.
Yes, it is. It's beautiful. Beautiful. I can't
Love
wait
it.
to hear it again. I got to hear it because I get to hear like the talents
The-
before, but
Right.
for my girls. But yes. So heck yeah. And then Mary, the one that did Mary Poppins.
Yes,
our Miss-
the
that's our
Mary
Miss
Poppins
Joshua.
talent. Did you get to see that?
I don't think I did.
I think they
Oh.
were leaving to go back to the boat to the theater backstage.
Yeah.
That they did not get to see some of the talents.
And they
Oh.
were trying to organize the kids backstage for the ones who's going on for.
That was a
Okay.
fabulous talent. It was amazing.
so great. You would love it. Okay, so Mom recorded it, so I'll get the recording and I can send it to you.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
you guys can watch it because it's she does drama and theater. That's what she graduated with, from drama theater.
So good. It's
She's so good. And she did a Mary Poppins skit. Oh, we are running out of time. Thank you guys for coming. We have one last show here live tomorrow. Make sure to tune in. See you tomorrow. Bye.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.